Good day, everyone. I hope that you are doing great and good today. Make yourself comfortable while learning. I think that we are all in set and we are in quorum. So let's start our class today. But before that, let's have first a prayer. Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sins against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Let's check our attendance first. Class monitor, who's absent for today? Thank you so much, class monitor. Okay, let's have a recap of what we have discussed yesterday. I have there 3 pictures, and that pictures are donut, pizza, and the bicycle. All I have to do is to identify the common characteristic of the pictures. Okay, what did you observe or notice in the pictures? There's a round shape among the pictures. Another. Yes, very good. There's a circle shape. Very good. Our lesson yesterday is all about circles. Again, what is circle? Circle is a set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point. Very good. Some more questions about circles? None. Okay, today we're going to proceed to another lesson. Our new lesson for today is all about chords, arcs, and central angles. But before we're going to proceed to our lesson for today, I would like to share to you our objectives for today's lesson. Our objectives is divided into 3 components. First is the cognitive, second is the psychomotor, and the third is the affective. For our cognitive objectives, first is to define chords, arcs, and central angles. Second, inductively derive the relations among chords, arcs, and central angles. And for our psychomotor, we have to demonstrate how to solve the measure of central angles and arcs. And for our affective is to appreciate the importance of circles in a real-life situation. Okay, let's have first an activity. I have there a figure. In that figure, or use that figure to identify and name the following terms related to circle. Then answer the following questions. I have there related terms into the figure. First is a radius. Second, a diameter. Third, a chord. Fourth, a semicircle. Fifth, a minor arc. Sixth, a major arc. And 7, we have 2 central angles. I will give you 20 seconds to answer the questions. Go! Okay, time's up. Let's answer the questions. We have number 1, a radius. So, the answer for the radius is we have radius AN, AG, and AE. For number 2, diameter, we have diameter AJ. And for number 3, we have a chords AL, AJ, and NE. Number 4, we have 2 semicircle. We have semicircle GNE, GLE. And number 5, a minor arc. We have 5 minor arcs. We have JL, JN, EN, EL, and LN. Number 6, we have major arc. We have also 5 major arcs. NLE, LGE, ENL, GLN, L and G. And for our number 7, we have two central angles. We have angle JEN and angle NAE. Some more questions about our first activity. There's none. Okay, now let's continue. I have there a figure or a picture, and that picture is a pizza. And also, I have questions. And based on the previous activity, the first question is, how many equal slices of pizza are there? Second, what do you think is the degree measure of each arc on the sliced pizza? And for number 3, if you want to slice the pizza, how many equal slices of pizza you want to divide and why? Okay, now let's answer. Based on a given picture. Number 1, how many equal slices of pizza are there? So let's count the slices in the pizza. So let's count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore, we have 6 equal slices of pizza are there. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. What do you think is the degree of measure of each arc of the sliced pizza? So as you see, our pizza is the combination of two protractors. So it means one protractor measures 180 degrees. So when we divide that one protractor into 3, the answer is 60 degrees. Because when 180 degrees divided by 3, the quotient is 60 degrees. So therefore, the degree measure of each arc of the sliced pizza is 60 degrees. And for our number 3, if you want to slice the pizza, how many equal slices of pizza you want to divide and why? Okay, class, it's up to you if how many slices that you want to divide our pizza. You can divide it by 12 equal parts or more than. It's up to you, class. Now, let's continue.
Our lesson for today is about chords, central angles, and arcs. So, let us take them one by one. First, what is a chord? Anyone who can tell me what is a chord? Okay, when we say chord, it is a line segment whose endpoints lie on the circle and also called a diameter of the circle if and only if it passes through the center. Such, for example, we have here circle A. As you can see, example of chords there are line segment CD and line segment EF. And our diameter is line segment BC since it passes through the center of the circle. Next, who can tell me what is a central angle? Anyone? Okay, the central angle of a circle is an angle formed by two rays whose vertex is the center of the circle. Each ray intersects the circle at a point, dividing it into arcs. Okay, let us have an example of a central angle. Again, we have here circle A. So, an example of a central angle here is angle BAC. Why? So, since angle A is the center, so therefore A is the vertex of the angle. So that is why it is called central angle, and it is formed by radius AB and radius AC. Next, take note that the measure of the central angle is less than 180 degrees, and the sum of the measures of the central angles of a circle with no common interior points is 360 degrees. And take note that angles is expressed in degree units. Next, okay, we have here an example of a circle. So in the given figure, as you can see, there are 4 angles formed, or 4 central angles formed. So we have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. So therefore, we can say that if we sum up the measures of the 4 angle forms is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, such for example, if the measure of angle 1 is 95 degrees, measure of angle 2 is 145 degrees, and measure of angle 3 is 89 degrees, what is the measure of angle 4? Anyone? Okay, that's right. Measure of angle 4 is equal to 31 degrees. How did you get the measure of angle 4? Amazing! By getting the sum of angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3, and then subtract it from 360 degrees. Next, anyone who had an idea of what is an arc? Correct! An arc is a part of a circle or a portion of a circumference of a circle. And what do you think is the symbol for arc? Anyone can show me what is symbol of arc? That's right. Okay, the symbol for arc is, we have here an example. We have circle O. The curve from point N to point Z is an arc. It is a part of circle O and is named as arc NZ or arc ZN. Other arcs of circle O are arc CN, arc CZN, arc CNZ, and arc NCZ. So we have 3 types of arcs. We have first, semicircle. A semicircle is an arc with a measure equal to 1/2 the circumference of a circle. It is named by using the 2 endpoints and another point on the arc. For example, if the measure of arc CNZ is 1/2 the circumference of circle O, then we can say that arc CNZ is a semicircle. Next, we have another type of arc is a minor arc. A minor arc is an arc of the circle that measures less than a semicircle. It is named usually by using the 2 endpoints of the arc. We have here circle N. Example of minor arcs here are arc BC, arc HC, arc RH, and arc RB. Next, we have the major arc. A major arc is an arc of the circle that measures greater than a semicircle. It is named usually by using the 2 endpoints and another point on the arc. Example. Same example or same figure we used in finding the minor arc. We have circle N. The major arcs there are arc BCR, arc RBH, arc CRB, and arc HBC. What is the degree measure of an arc? The degree measure of minor arc is the measure of the central angle which intercepts the arc. For example, we have here circle E. Angle GEO is a central angle. It intercepts E at points G and O. The measure of RGO is equal to the measure of angle GEO. So therefore, if the measure of angle GEO, which is a central angle, is equal to 118 degrees, then the measure of arc GO, which is a minor arc, is also 118 degrees. And the measure or the degree measure of a major arc is equal to 360 minus the measure of the minor arc with the same endpoints. Example, we will use again our given figure earlier, which is circle E. As you can see, arc OMG is a major arc. If measure of arc GO, which is a minor arc, is equal to 118 degrees, then the measure of arc OMG is equal to 360 degrees minus the measure of arc GO. That is 360 minus 118 degrees. The measure of arc OMG is equal to 242 degrees. The last but not the least is the degree measure of a semicircle. The degree measure of a semicircle is equal to 180 degrees or 1/2 of the measure of the circle. Such, for example, we have here circle O. If arc C and Z is a semicircle, then its measure is equal to 118 degrees. Do you have any questions regarding our lesson or clarification? Okay, if none, let us proceed to the next.
From the concept learned, discussed earlier about chords, arcs, and central angle, let us check how much did you learn by doing this activity. Are you ready? Very good. Choose your partner and answer the following questions. Given figure is a circle A with a measure of angle BAD, which is 15 degrees. Number 1 question. Give 2 central angles. Correct. Our 2 central angles are angle BAD and angle BAC. Number 2. Give 2 minor arcs. You're right. Our 2 minor arcs are arc BC and arc DB. Number 3. Give 2 major arcs. Tumpak. Our 2 major arcs are arc BCD and arc CDB. Number 4. Semicircle. Very good. Our 2 semicircle are semicircle DBC and semicircle DC. Let's proceed to number 5. Find the measure of angle BAC. Correct. Measure of angle BAC is equal to a semicircle DBC, which is 180 degrees, minus the measure of our central angle BAD, which is 15 degrees. Subtract them, we have the remaining of 165 degrees, which is the measure of our angle BAC. Who got the correct answer? Very good. Let's proceed to number 6. What is the measure of arc BD? Correct. Arc BD is 15 degrees since arc BD is the intercepted arc of our central angle BAD. Number 7. What is the measure of arc BCD? Correct. Measure of arc BCD is equal to the total measure of the circle, which is 360 degrees, minus the measure of arc DB, which is 15 degrees. We have a difference of 345 degrees, which is the measure of our arc BCD. Number 8. What is the measure of arc BC? Very good. Arc BC is equal to the measure of semicircle DBC, which is 180 degrees, minus the minor arc DB, which is 15 degrees, a difference of 165 degrees, which is the measure of our arc BC. Number 9. What is the measure of arc BDC? Intelligent. Measure of arc BDC is equal to semicircle DC, which is 180 degrees, plus minor arc DB, which is 15 degrees, a total of 195 degrees, which is the measure of our arc BDC. And last, question number 10. What is the measure of arc CBD? Very good. The correct answer is measure of arc CBD is equal to 180 degrees. Since our arc CBD is our semicircle, then it is measure half of the circle, which is 180 degrees. Who got the correct answer? Very good.
And now, for the abstraction, what is a chord of the circle? Correct. A chord of a circle is a line segment whose endpoints lie on the circle, and also a diameter if and only if it passes through the center of the circle. What is an arc of the circle? Good job! An arc of the circle is a part or portion of the circumference of a circle. How about the central angle of the circle? Great! The central angle of the circle is an angle formed by two rays whose vertex is the center of the circle. Now, what is the relationship among chords, arcs, and central angles? Very good! In general, chords, arcs, and central angles are interrelated, since minor arcs and major arcs are formed by chords, and the degree measure of a minor arc is equal to the measure of the central angle that intercepts it. How to solve the measure of central angles and arcs? Very good! First, the degree measure of a minor arc is the measure of the central angle which intercepts the arc. Second, the degree measure of a major arc is equal to 360 degrees minus the measure of the minor arc with the same endpoints. Third, the measure of the central angle can be determined by the measure of its intercepted arc. Now, let us proceed to the application. In answering the activity 1, use the figure 2. We have circle O with a given diameter or chord of line segment LV or VL. And the given angle, we have angle EOV or angle VOE with a measure of 29 degrees. Now, find the measure of the following. Number 1, first, the angle LOE. Number 2, arc
EV. Number 3, arc LE. Number 4, arc LVE. And for number 5, arc LEV. Okay, let us answer. For number 1, the measure of angle LOE is correct. It's 151 degrees. How about number 2? What is the measure of arc EV? Great, it's 29 degrees. Next, the measure of arc LE is correct. It's 151 degrees. And for number 4, the measure of arc LVE is, great job, it's 209 degrees. And last, for number 5, the measure of arc LEV is, very good, it's 180 degrees. And now, for the activity 2, what is the importance of circle in real-life situation? Yes, very good. Circles are abundant in our daily life in regards to man-made objects. It can be found in modern architecture, in the house, and out on the street. For example, without circles, we would not have cars. Also, it is one of the most common shapes in our daily life, and indeed, the universe.
Okay, class? Before we will end our lesson, please get 1/2 sheet of pad paper to test your understanding for today's discussions. Okay, please be ready. For test 1, you need to identify the following. Just refer to your screen. Okay, we will start now. Number 1.
It is an angle formed by two rays whose vertex is the center of the circle.
Number 2.
An arc with a measure equal to 1/2 the circumference of a circle.
Number 3.
An arc of a circle that measures greater than a semicircle.
Number 4.
An arc of the circle that measures less than a semicircle.
Number 5.
A line segment whose endpoints lie on the circle and also a diameter of the circle if and only if it passes through the center of the circle.
And for your test 2, you need to solve the following. You have there in your screen the circle O. You find the measure of the following. For number 1, the angle MOE. For number 2, the arc MV. For number 3, the arc ME. For number 4, the arc MVE. And for number 5, the arc MEV.
Kindly check your answers for test 1. Number 1, essential angle. 2, semicircle. 3, major arc. 4, minor arc. And number 5, chord. For test 2, angle MOE is equals to 149 degrees for number 1. Number 2, arc MV is 180 degrees. 3, arc ME is 149 degrees. 4, arc MVE is equal to 211 degrees. And 5, arc MEV is 180 degrees.
And for your assignment, on page 151, please answer activity 6 and 7 to be passed tomorrow. Okay? If you have no more questions, no more clarification, class is dismissed. Thank you and goodbye, class.